Power 105.1. I just got me some. Cam, can you tell me what is in this box?
Sold
out joints.
Yeah, Fleabach 2s, pair of Stan socks.
Perfect name.
Yeah, that's my second installment with Reebok.
How'd you know my size? You have my size right?
I bought you some Louis shoes and all that before.
I know. You didn't keep my size.
I got your size in the cut. I got you.
I do remember the Louis shoes. It was because you was late for my show one time.
Yeah, I bought you a package.
And then that was the makeup. You know what else I remember? I told you this when you walked in. So one time I don't know if I was watching you like on the phone with your people, if it was your management at the time or whatever. You were like, and you hung up the phone. I was like, why you hang up on them like that? You were like, nah, I give them 3 minutes to say whatever it is. Do you remember this?
Absolutely.
3 minutes to say whatever you have to say. And if you can't get it in that time, then you finish.
Yeah, because
it's like a timer with your team.
You got certain people that you want to conversate with. You got certain people you need to get to the point with.
And you put people on a timer.
Absolutely.
This is fucking amazing.
What, so you use that now?
I do it. I'm like, you got 45 seconds.
Say what you got to say.
Get it out and get it over with.
I was just talking to my management about that. You know, we was talking about, well, I didn't really pay him no mind, to be honest. But what happened was he was telling me.
I believe you.
No, he's telling me about a show just now that, you know, I'm about to go on tour.
If you want them, you can have them. They sound nuts.
We're about to go on tour, so he's filling in one of the dates. And he's telling me about the date, but he's telling me a story behind the date. Like, yo, remember we was in California?
And you were like, bye?
I was like, no. I was like, does this have to do with the money now? I don't really understand what the backline story has to do with the money right this second. What's up with the future money?
Why do you not know that about him at this point?
I don't really care about the backstory.
Set yourself up
yo,
for
remember when we was in this dude? Yo, whatever. I just stay looking at my phone because the conversation was irrelevant.
I'm very disappointed that you didn't bring Juju with you today.
Yeah, she's in Florida right now.
I don't want to blow up which one of my interns, but somebody came here today and early because they wanted to just take a peek at her.
Yeah, it happens. You know, everywhere I go, it's like, where's she at? And it's like, I'm here.
I think you two should have a show. Have you thought about this?
I've been offered many deals, but it's just not the right deal for me, you know.
But you will at some point?
It depends. I don't know if I'm definitely doing a show with her. I have a deal on the table right now for a show called Dr. Cam that I might do, maybe not with MTV. Basically, it's a Dr. Phil setting. And
this is amazing already.
Seriously, not Jerry Springer, not like Steve Wilkos, not Maury Povich, like Dr. Phil.
Advice?
Them like, yeah, I'm only helping out middle-class white families. And seriously, this is not a joke. And we're in the middle of contracts for this. And
why only middle-class white families?
Because basically, I think that the barrier between white and black is not as big as everybody thinks.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just want to, everybody knows from the black side. Like, for instance, when you talk to Dr. Phil, right?
Yeah.
He gives you politically correct answers. So, for instance, let's say a topic we have, you're not attracted to your spouse anymore. He'll give you all the high-tech answers that you may
keep a spark alive.
Yeah, you know, maybe you should get some red wine,
right? And
romance. Like me, I'm be like, maybe you should brush your teeth with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta get nasty. You know what I'm saying? Rub it on your face. Like I'm saying, you gotta say these things because people try to disguise things with big words, and sometimes you need to get back to what we were just talking about, straight to the point.
Right.
So I'm gonna give real advice with camera on answers.
I would love this. I would watch this show.
Definitely.
I took an hour later, and I immediately regret this decision while I'm trying to talk to you.
Nah, it's all good. Now we do.
We should do all my interviews, slap it on an hour later.
Yeah, we'll send you a box up here.
I think this is good. How you been, though? You good? You happy?
I can't complain. Everything's great right now.
You're like in a long-term real relationship? I'm so impressed.
I'm happy you're proud of me.
I am. Yeah, this is a big deal.
Is it?
For a guy like you, Cam, that's a big deal.
We haven't really seen each other in a long time because this isn't really like
so I don't know
news.
The involved
like, you know, this isn't really
no,
like.
I know it's been years. I've been watching you. I've been following it.
It's been a minute, right? But
that's what's amazing about it.
I appreciate
if it was a new thing, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Absolutely.
The fact that you've been able to maintain this is, you know what I mean?
It's impressive.
It really is.
It's very impressive on my part.
With your lifestyle and, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Definitely.
I'm
impressed with myself.
Yeah. Do you have a key? Do you have what do you think the key is to that?
understand it.
Dr. Cam.
No, you know what it is? I've known her for a long time. We was friends before we really started like messing around. So you got to be my friend before anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like I met her and we jumped into a relationship. We probably knew each other for about 7 or 8 years before we even got serious with each other. So she's my homegirl.
She knew what she was signing up for.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, she'll tell me, Kim, look at that ass. Her ass is fat. And I'm like, yeah, I like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's the perfect girl.
Yeah,
for you.
exactly. So we like to look at fat asses together. We like to, you know, she's my buddy. You got to be my buddy. I always said that if I get in a relationship, you got to be my friend. If you're not my friend and we can't, like, be cool and hang out, then I don't want to be with you.
I feel like I saw Dame either post something or say something maybe a couple of years ago about that he feels like you found the right, perfect girl for you.
You got to be my homegirl. You got to be cool, man. And you got to be cool with my friends and everything. Like, all my friends are cool with her, everything.
That's kind of dope. Are you going to get married and do all that?
Chill, fam.
Oh, sorry.
Chill out.
All right. So
I don't need a piece of paper to define my love.
Okay, I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's that talk.
Yeah, listen.
I hear that.
I don't even know. This is my man finger. You don't need a piece of paper to define love.
This the man finger?
No, this what he started doing. Like, when you need a piece of paper to define love, it's just messy.
Yeah.
To me, my personal opinion.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
All right, what's going on? What else is going on with you business-wise? Let's talk about everything. First of all, I read a story the other day about some lawsuits that are happening.
Okay.
Is there a Love and Hip Hop lawsuit happening?
Well, what it is with Love and Hip Hop is this, just basically, so Mona for years been asking me to come on the show, and I'm just never going to do that show. You know what I'm saying? Mona's my homegirl. She's cool. She calls me to partner up to do other TV shows, and I'm just not in the realm to do business with her yet. Not saying that I wouldn't do it in the future, but it was no point to partner up, and we didn't have anything on the table yet. So basically what happened is Juelz is on the show, and Juelz, me and him talked, and he did a favor for me, so I did a scene for him. And then Juju's on the show. So, you know, it's part of being in the house. It's like, how you gonna do a scene for Juelz? Because I've known him forever. That's why.
So then you owed her a scene.
I just didn't want to look crazy because I did a scene for Andy before. I did a scene for me and DC before. I did a scene for Juelz now. Then it's like, why are you doing all these scenes and you're not doing a scene with her?
Right.
So I did a scene with her. But what happens is they exploiting me like I'm on the show every week.
I saw the big.
And it's just like basically.
So do you get mad at Mona or VH1 or who are you mad at?
Not mad at VH1 because I'm hopefully, you know, Chris McCarthy, shout out to him. He's now also the president of MTV. He's also the president of VH1.
He's gonna do your Dr. Cam show.
Hopefully,
right.
Yeah, definitely. You know,
so who you mad at? Who you suing?
Basically, it's with Eastern or Love and Hip Hop because what they did was it's a thing called deceit. So basically, what I did was when I did the scene for Juelz, I signed the paperwork and dated it, but it shouldn't transfer over to Juju's episode. So hopefully I won't have to go that far and we could resolve it, but they're not going to exploit me the way they are.
When you say resolve, what do you mean? Like a check?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Definitely a check. That's resolved.
It's no confusion.
It's money in my pocket, my bank account. That's it, basically.
Or there's a lawsuit.
Absolutely.
Are you a quick to sue person?
If you take something of mine that I feel that you're not reaching out about, because the thing is this, they would do it to you. Big corporations would do it to you. So, for instance, if we rebroadcasted Love and Hip Hop on my YouTube channel, somebody would call and put a stop to it.
Word.
So if you put the shoe on the other foot, it's like, oh, why are you suing? Because they would do it to you.
Right. This got to go both ways.
Absolutely. So same thing like with UFC. They was using the Welcome to New York City song advertised the Conor McGregor fight. And basically, I'm not really mad at UFC or Dana White or anybody else. It's more universal because they own the masters. But when you own the masters, you still have to get the signature from everybody who's a part of the song.
And nobody got your signature.
Nobody got my signature. So that then when I put it up on my social media the next day, they erased all the commercials. I'm like, see, y'all know y'all did something wrong. Else y'all want to erase the commercials. But I will say, big ups to Dana White because his lawyer called my lawyer the next day and we're resolving that issue also.
A check.
Yes.
No confusion.
No confusion, but
doesn't that suck that they pull it off? Because now you don't get them. Don't you get like royalty? I don't know, like some type of royalty or something if it plays.
I mean, the thing about it is just that
principle, right?
It's more principle, but I don't have a problem with. I love the UFC. I love what they've done over the last 5 or 6 years, how they elevated their company, and they're really dope. But I have more respect for them getting back to me on business in less than a week's time. And same thing, like I did something with New Era. You know, one of my partners, we did a licensing deal, and it was just some blurred lines. So I wasn't going to sue New Era, but we need to resolve them making diplomat hats. You know, we'll do a little marketing here.
So this was resolved.
Yeah,
clearly,
this is resolved.
There was a check, aka there was a check. If you need,
check, absolutely.
You need it spelled out for you.
Absolutely. So basically, you know, the moral of the story is, so I had a problem. Well, so thought I had a problem with New Era. We called and resolved it 24 hours.
Done.
UFC, we called. They called. We resolved it in 48. Well, it's not resolved yet, but we're in the process of resolving in 48 hours. And Love and Hip Hop, you still don't. They still want to play games. You get what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So it just goes to show the type of business certain people do, and take care of their problems where other people want to try and exploit you and use you up. And it's no reason to do that. I already did you a favor being on the show. Just send them money.
The check.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Deceit.
I'm into you being on a TV show though. I think
I
you're overdue.
No. A lot of people want me to be on television. Like I said, I had a lot of different offers to be on television, but
you didn't find the right one.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only that, it's just that I've been, you know, since I left Epic and when I first went to Rockefeller and Dame gave me my own company, it's just more or less, it has to be mine. You know, even the show we're doing now, Dr. Kim, is like a 50-50 deal. You know what I mean? The contract isn't done, but it's like, it's our show.
Yeah.
I'm not going under somebody else's umbrella.
How much of that did you learn from Dame?
Everything.
Yeah,
you know
right?
what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. Like,
I saw something you posted that, because you were like talking about Young and May, and that the culture vultures were trying to get her. And that's like I know that's a Dame, but Dame's always talking about the culture vultures.
Yeah, you know, I don't go as hard as Dame. You know what I'm saying? Dame's my big brother and everything, but
Not many do.
Dame goes extra hard. It's just basically with me. See, Dame made hundreds of millions quick, so his attitude is, oh man, 3 million ain't nothing. Like, people are sitting there like, oh, Dame ain't got no money, Dame ain't got no money, or this, that. They're like, do you have $5 million or do you have $6 million? It's just that you used to seeing him with a certain amount of money. You get what I'm saying? And that's his attitude. Everything is like, I'll do a deal and be like, oh, you only got $2 million. I'm like, that's fine for me, Dame. You know, I don't, you know, I would like $100 million out of deal, but I'm not mad with $1 or $2 million and keep doing that consistently also. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, but a lot of that I learned from Dame because my first deal was at Entertainment and I was signing them. And then when I got to Rockefeller and Def Jam, you know, I had joint venture deals with everybody, so I'm used to doing joint ventures.
Because you always seem pretty sharp about your business. I mean, you're always about your money, but
yeah, absolutely.
But I feel like you've also developed too in like your sense of business.
Yeah, well, you know, that goes, to be honest, that goes with getting jerked around your first couple albums. I always tell people that, like, it's a lot of people who came out the gate and sold 3 million albums, and they just think that's the way it's supposed to be. So when the next album only sells 100 to 200,000, they're all messed up in their brain because they're like, oh, what's going on? And that's what they're used to. My first album, I was just so excited that I had a record deal. I didn't care about publishing. I didn't care about whatever. Just
that happens.
Me a car. Yeah, so then my second album, when I got jerked around at Epic, I had somebody who worked there and was kind of teaching me the business, this female who worked there, and I was learning about marketing and where the marketing dollars was going, or rather not going, and the promotion money was going and not going. And I was like, yo, y'all playing with my life because I'm signed here for 7 or 8 albums. And luckily I got out that deal and learned the business being at Rockefeller with Dame.
And still moving out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
TV deals. And
yeah, definitely. Like even with Dame now, he Dame is dope. Like Dame goes to couple therapy. And he's on couple therapy.
That was very surprising to me.
Family therapy.
You don't think that was that not surprising to you that he would do a show like that?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
So he is on family therapy. Then he goes on Music Moguls, on BET. Then what he did one more with his son's show, Growing Up Hip Hop.
Yes.
So he went on all these shows and it's cool. So I was at his house, in LA, maybe 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he's about to film, but he got all the producers from them shows working for him now. to film.
So he
his
went
own
there to
movie.
steal all their show producers.
Basically, that's
a different type of. He's a different type of animal.
Yeah, so he's like, oh, Cam, this is so and so from Growing Up Hip Hop. This is the guy from Couples Therapy, and the cameraman that's from Music Mogul. So we all doing my movie now, and I'm like, okay, I see what
I see your vision.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
you know
my
what I'm
apologies, I didn't see the vision.
Yeah, exactly. So all these people are working with him, and he's directing movies, and
That's
he
dope.
just did a deal with Lionsgate from 2 of his movies. So congratulations.
Isn't it crazy to see how much of a classic that Paid in Full has become?
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I thank him all the time for that. I'm like Rico 3 times a week. You know, I'm like, yo, you still kill Mitch. I'm like, yo, the movie's over, bro. Cut, man.
I was in the movie for like 1/4 of a second, you know, when I crawl out the car.
Right.
And like every couple months, I get somebody who's like, yo, I didn't know that was you crawling out of the car.
Paid in Full. Matter of fact, I just remembered that was you. Because I haven't watched the movie in years, but it turned out to be a real classic movie, and I thank him for the opportunity.
It's crazy, right? You do those like in the moment, you just be creative, you go, and then all of a sudden you got a classic joint.
Absolutely. So I thank him. I still want my audition tape because I remember pulling out a real gun in my audition tape.
Of course you did.
Yeah, because I need this part.
Of course he did.
Yeah, I pulled out a gun, we was reading lines. I'm like, yo. And the dude was like, let's hold on, what's going on? I'm like, I need this part, man. You know what I mean?
Somebody's gonna get it.
Yeah, exactly. not literally, but I just really wanted. But a lot of people auditioned for that movie. Like,
I didn't know that. I thought Dame just gave it to you.
No. Nas auditioned for Nori.
Really?
Yeah. So
I didn't have to audition for my crawl out of the car scene.
Because you're a star already.
No, please.
You know what I'm saying? You was already a star at that time.
Please.
You know, a lot of people auditioned. So the fact that Dame let me, he had to work with the Weinsteins, the guys on Miramax, and everybody else. It was a group decision. But just for the opportunity to even let me audition for it was big.
Nah, and you killed that.
Thank you. I had to kill it because I wanted to be able to walk around in Harlem. It's like, that story before that movie came out.
Classic.
Thank you for the camera on water.
Yeah.
Whoever.
Who did that? Nyla? Young Nyla over there.
Thanks, Nyla.
Snatched her up from St. John's University.
Dame Dash move.
I absolutely did a thing. I went there to do an interview for my book.
Right.
And then snatched her.
Yeah. Y'all on the same page.
I also learned many things from Dame Dash.
Right,
actually.
Right. Absolutely.
So have you been, I don't know why I thought there was a period. I think there was a period you two had a moment or fell out for a moment, right?
I disappear sometime when you say something I don't like and I can't do nothing about it. Like, I can't fight Dame or argue with Dame. So sometimes I get low. But it wasn't really no falling out. It was just more or less like two brothers fighting.
Like you wasn't fucking with him for a minute.
Yeah, like you may not speak to but I don't speak to family members for a month or two, but it isn't never nothing that deep that I wouldn't have genuine love or respect anything he's doing, or if it's an emergency and he need me, I'm going to be there.
Do we feel the same way about Jimmy?
I don't really mess with Jim no more.
Come on, Kim.
I really don't.
Could you possibly be in one of those moments like you just said about Dame, that maybe it's just a little bit of time has passed, and how could you not? How could you not, after all that you two have seen and done and accomplished, how could you be in this spot?
You know why? Because Jim puts a lot of things publicly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't put our business publicly. If it's a problem, you got my phone number. You could call me and we could resolve it. Like, same thing like you said with Dame. You don't really know that we had a problem. You might have been guessing or something. It wasn't because it wasn't a real problem. If you have a real issue, you got my number, call me. But once you start taking to social media and radio and making things public, I got a curve, and it just kept happening repeatedly. And I kept going back saying, I'm going to do this for Dipset or Diplomats or the business. And it just kept happening over and over and over publicly on stuff that didn't even really need to be public.
Doesn't sound like him to me.
Oh, it doesn't?
I mean, I'm not saying your perspective is not, but I'm just saying I'm surprised by that is what I should say.
Like, for example, like, first thing, well, this is not the first thing. Most recent things Jomo did was like, Cam, so for instance, you block somebody, right, on Instagram. You don't know if you block somebody.
You blocked him?
Yeah. So, but the point is, you wouldn't know that, right? But you go on Instagram, tell Cam to unblock me. Tell Cam to unblock. How does anybody even know you're blocked?
Why did you block him in the first place?
Because, all right, so we'll get to that. Like I said, this is probably going to be the last time I talk about Jomo, period, ever in life.
I hope not.
No, it is. But the thing is this. It's like he had a problem with me and DC. You know what I'm saying? Him and me and DC had a problem. They fell out. they met each other to squash the problem. You know what I'm saying? Face to face, they squashed it. He still, don't meet nobody if you really don't want to squash it, because DC's my friend also. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy. Same way Jim was like my boy. So they squashed it. I was happy they squashed it. But then Jim still has secret feelings about people. And I'm just naming this one particular scenario that was the last straw for me. So, DC had a case or whatever going on, and I'll take a picture. Juelz will take 100 pictures with DC. He won't say anything. I'll take a picture of DC. Oh, you hanging out with them snitches. Oh, you better be careful. And I'm like, that's the last. Don't call me a snitch publicly on Instagram again. You know what I'm saying? And it just started to be overbearing. I'm like, dog, if you had a problem with dude, you could have told him that when y'all met up to squash it. I don't really.
Or called you.
Yeah, or called me. I don't have no problem talking to you to resolve stuff, but when you start putting things publicly and when you call me a snitch for hanging out with somebody that you squashed whatever beef was going on, I'm done at this point. You know what I'm saying? There's 100 other things prior to that, but that was just like the last straw.
That makes me so, as a Dipset fan, that makes me so sad though that y'all are at that point.
Yeah, it's sad that you put business in the public. A lot of things could have got solved.
Did you do anything wrong?
Probably, to be honest, maybe like 10 years ago, probably handled the situation I shouldn't have handled the way I should have. But what people don't realize is this. I'll give you a perfect example. And this was literally maybe 10 or 11 years ago. I may have did a couple things that I would have done differently. Not regret, but maybe done differently. But the first Dipset reunion was Thanksgiving 2010. It's 2017 next month. Get over it. It's like, the reunion was in 2010 and it's 2017. It's not gonna, Bill Cosby ain't hanging out with Rudy no more. The show is over. You know what I'm saying? This is over. You know what I'm saying?
Use a different reference.
Yeah, whatever. Perfect. Theo ain't hanging out with Rudy.
Okay, better, better.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, you took me somewhere.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got it. The show is over. You know what I'm saying? So it's sad, and I'm sorry to disappoint people, but Jim is cool with Juelz. I'm cool with Juelz. I'll do music with Juelz anytime, and I'm pretty sure Jim will do some music with Juelz. So
you get little pieces of it here and there.
Yeah, and I still got a few songs that I got in the crib, too. And that's another thing. So for instance, the other thing they did is like you said, you don't know how these problems till he tells people, and it's like, I had a song, me and him not getting along, I took him off one of the songs. You never heard the song. Nobody ever heard the song. He gets on Instagram again. Tell Cam why he take me off the song. Dog, nobody knows you was ever on the song. So why are you announcing that you was on the song? If you would just let the song rock, nobody would know that you was on the song. But the thing is,
Why you take him off the song? Just because you wasn't.
He wasn't getting along. My thing is that Jim is gonna be mad whether he's on the song or not on the song. Oh, dude's putting songs out without asking me. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen him happy? Have you ever seen him smile?
I have a different relationship.
I'm just saying. Have you ever seen him smile? Have anybody ever seen him smile?
I've seen Jim smile.
Not a real smile. You're not happy. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I like to be happy. So just at the end of the day, it don't matter what it is. He's going to be mad about whatever it is. So
I
took him off the song. But in all reality, I wish him well. I hope he's successful and everything else, because
this is more like a falling out of two brothers. This is not like a beef.
That's
Clearly, you still have mutual family, mutual friends.
That's what I'm saying. Like, his mother called me to come to dinner and everything else 2-3 weeks ago. And I don't go hard on him like I would go hard on anybody else. I go hard on anybody on disrespect. I don't do him like I would do no homo anybody else. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's like a fallout with a family member.
Yeah, but see, a lot of people, because of the diplomats, just get our relationship misconstrued. What Jim should do, realistically, and myself also, be happy. All this is house money, especially for Jim. Jim is from the Bronx. He's not from Harlem. His grandmother's from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? He's from the Bronx. So therefore, we did all this.
Don't take his Harlem card. Don't try to take his Harlem card.
He's from the Bronx. He's from Weeks Avenue in the Bronx. I'm not taking his Harlem card. His grandmother's from Harlem. He's from the Bronx.
Okay.
So a lot of people be like, "Oh, y'all grew up together because of musically," but realistically, I didn't really grow up with Jim. We got cool as right when the music was popping on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So be like, "Oh, y'all was child." No, you know, what people need to realize this: if you Google a group called Children of the Corn or COC, I grew up with Big L. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with Huddy Six. I grew up with Mace. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people that I used to rap with when I was rapping. You know what I'm saying? So Jim kind of came right when things was about to pop off. You know what I'm saying?
And he wasn't even a rapper. He was the manager. No, he was the road manager, right?
He's like the hype man. But the thing is this, he came right in the cat. You know, I'm talking about, when I say Mace, Big L, Herb McGruff, Bloodshed, God bless the dead, these people that used to go battle and go to different blocks. I remember Jay-Z coming to battle Big L on 139th Street in my park. You know what I'm saying?
Classic.
Yeah, it really was. I was standing right there. It was amazing. So Jim caught it right when it was business time, which is fine. I'm not dissing him for it. I'm just telling the facts. And it looked good for business. You know what I'm saying? Be like, oh, y'all knew each other. Yeah, we knew each other. We didn't really hang out till probably 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? And those are the people that I grew up with rapping. Me and Jim, always been friends. Not saying he wasn't my man or nothing, but business-wise, we grew as business partners together, and it was dope. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, you shouldn't get mad. Nothing. It's all house money for Jim. Everything. You wasn't a rapper. You was just all house money. You used to go to school on Saturdays. I'm like, what are you going to school for? It's stupid to go to BMC this Saturday. BMCC. You're not. What are you doing? It don't even make sense to go to school Saturday.
Way to go for children watching at home.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. You know what I'm saying?
Way to
But look how it turned out for him. Look how it turned out for him. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So basically, you should look at all this as free money, B. You know what I mean? Everything is free money.
Well, I hope at some point you got move past it. But either way, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
it is what it is.
I wish him nothing but the best. I love his mother. She, like I said, she called me a few weeks ago to come to dinner. And his sisters, I spoke to sisters, even like with my son, he be like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, don't worry about it, it's no big deal. But I wish him nothing but the best, but I'm just not going to lie to you and act like something's going to happen that's definitely not going to happen.
Cameron voice.
Yeah.
How dope is that?
It's pretty dope, man. Shout out to Uncle Murder, man.
Right?
Definitely, man.
I loved it. So
Yeah.
when you hear it, what do you I mean, does he have to call you and ask you to do that?
Nah,
No,
you know.
he just does it.
I don't go after like people on the come up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna sue Uncle Murder for using your voice.
Yeah, no, not. And to be honest,
you could.
No.
Be honest, you could.
Nah, I can't because I'm about to say even if I wanted to, I can't because he got it from a movie. That's more of a Miramax. You need to probably check with them. You know what I'm saying? Because just like I said, they'll come get you too. But you know, I don't own that. Really, any portion. Right. I was just doing an interview the other day, and I was like, a lot of people don't know only got $8,500 to do that movie.
Wow.
And I did Paid in Full, so I don't own any part of Paid in Full. I don't control anything with Paid in Full. Whatever they got going on, I don't get residuals. I don't get a check in the mail, nothing like that. So
you wasn't the businessman you were now.
No, to be honest, I definitely wasn't 100%. I definitely wasn't, but I would have did it anyway.
Yeah.
Just the
opportunity.
The opportunity,
in the
absolutely.
moment and to tell that story.
Yeah, but it's dope. But shout out to Uncle Murder, man. I just did the remix. Actually.
I know. I love that you jumped on that.
Yeah,
and you're so funny, Cam.
Nah, I appreciate it.
You haven't lost.
No,
like you know
I'm very
what I'm
witty, very witty and funny.
The
when
wit
it's time
is
to
just as strong as ever. So we all love that. We were just listening to that.
Thank you so much.
Dope. Do you have a relationship with Uncle Murder?
Not really.
Not really.
No, but we spoke since the remix, and we got mutual friends. So
yeah,
it's cool. I really did it. Not saying that I wouldn't do it for Uncle Murder because he's cool. I never had a problem with him.
Right.
But you know, he's cool with a good friend of mine also. So I did it on the show.
There's something very New York and very dope about that.
No, I appreciate
and then you
that.
jumping on it, and I don't know the whole. And I love
Thank
Uncle
you.
Murder. Yeah,
I like Uncle Murder too. I feel like he's in his bag right now.
I enjoy, and I like him and Mano together.
Right. Right.
I think it's a good little one too.
Right. I love Mano too. That's my homie. I really mess with Mano. Both of them are really dope because they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And it seems like they don't get the light that they're supposed to get. Not saying,
but it doesn't deter them in any way.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, not at all. They don't keep coming.
They
it doesn't
keep
matter.
coming.
And Uncle Murder says he's kind of to the point. You know, he gets to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I love what he said. To me, they don't have the same flow or the same like chorus hooks or anything like that. But it's like kind of like G Unit mixtape 50 Uncle Murder. He's like that raw talent. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he doesn't know, but he gets to the point. It ain't a bunch of nonsense. I'm pretty sure if he need the flow or do whatever, but I like the way he just like.
No, he needs that. His pocket is his pocket.
Yeah, exactly. I think he found his lane right now.
Yes.
Like me and my man Sin City, we was listening yesterday. I heard some line. He said, "I gotta be popping." I hit 2 of Jay's old chicks recently. Or something.
Who said that?
Uncle Murder.
That's pretty.
That's a good line. He's like, "I gotta be popping." I hit 2 of Jay's old chicks.
That could be a Cam line.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I think I like him. That's why I like him.
That's probably why you like him. Yeah. What about Dave East?
Yeah, I like Dave East. I was on this last project also.
We were talking about you when he was here last time because you and Jim, like you jumped in his comments and he was like, I didn't want no parts of that. I was staying all
It's
the
more
way.
social media stuff I'm talking about. Dave East put up a post saying, can't pass the crown or whatever he said. And here comes Jim trolling on his page and saying, tell him to make you this, that, and the third. And most of the time I ignore it. But it's like, yo, why don't you just stop watching me, bro? You know what I'm saying? I like, do your thing. But
yeah.
As far as Dave, it's like, he's brings a breath of fresh air because everything is like singing and auto-tune and catchy hooks and et cetera, et cetera. And he has a mid-late 90s flow to me to where it's no gimmicks. It's all lyrics and you get what you get from him. And, people who came out in the late 90s or mid-90s or early 2000s could really appreciate what he's doing. And, it's even like when I was in Miami, I got a lot of friends in Miami, and I got there, and they're like, yo, how you ain't get Dave East? How you like?
That's what I was going to say. Do you have to touch anything that comes out of Harlem? Do you?
I really don't. Like, look at ASAP Mob. They really did doing their thing also, you know what I'm saying? So,
and you didn't really touch none of that. But if you, I don't feel like you've ever tried to block or hate on them or anything.
Yo, it's like, if there's a mayor from Harlem, I might run, but there's no mayor from Harlem. I don't own the whole Harlem. Like, people get that concept, you know what I'm saying? But, I do appreciate the love and people always acknowledging me when it comes to things that have to do with Harlem, you know what I'm saying? So I really do appreciate that.
Do they reach out, those artists, though? Like, has Rocky or all those guys reach out?
Yeah,
and
actually,
Dave
I did. Dave called me. He was like, he need me on a project. I like what he does. I don't always immediately mess with people, you know what I'm saying? You gotta prove to me. Not saying Dave wasn't dope from the jump, but just timing. And I got on his last project. It's funny, I just see Ferg in LA also a couple weeks ago, and we talked about he possibly doing an EP, 6 songs and then touring it and whatever. But I just did. I
love that idea.
Yeah. So I just did something for his project. And he did something for my project also, because I'll probably put out a mixtape next month. Like, people still want me to do an album. So I ended up doing this deal with Sony to put a project out probably in March. So what I'm going to do is I have so many songs in my crib. I'm just going to put out like 2 or 3 mixtapes before that because it's just, man, I have the studio in my house. It's just
You should do it.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw it out. So
just do it.
Yeah, exactly. So
I love a Ferg EP, though. I think that's dope.
I'll put that song that we did out probably out in a couple weeks.
So I introduced you to Honey German before.
How are you?
So she runs our digital and our website and stuff. Okay. So she had a little game for us to play.
We watch your social media. Okay. We see that Juju talks to you in Spanish. Sometimes you throw out the Spanish words.
She's Cuban, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We picked a bunch of words that most New Yorkers, non-Hispanic, should be able to know.
Okay.
So we're going to test you versus Angie.
And they're trying to be funny because my Spanish is terrible.
Oh,
so what they're trying to do is disrespect me to say that you know more Spanish than I know.
Somebody's Spanish.
But what I'm saying is, it's not going to happen.
You going to take it.
Give me the bell.
Oh, exactly. We're going Jeopardy with it. Okay.
I'm going to put up a word.
I feel anxiety.
And you're going to guess what the word is.
Where are you putting the word at?
See, this is a win-win for you because if I win, my last name is Martinez. It's no problem. If you win,
it's a Z in it.
I'm right. Giles, this has an S, just an S. Yeah, see?
I'm saying like Rodriguez.
Yeah, Martinez, that's
Lopez.
me. So I take an L if I lose.
A big one.
All right, I'm focused then.
Let's go. Here's the first
Hold
word.
on. Beer.
I was just about to say.
Too late. That's one for me. Kiss. Come on. You know what that is?
No.
You don't know what coquito is?
No.
We're going to make you a batch for Christmas. You know why? Because Juju's Cuban. Cubans, I don't think Cubans drink coquito.
They know what it is.
No, you know why? They live in the Bronx, man. You gotta know half that shit in the Bronx, man.
Okay. It is like a Puerto Rican eggnog.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Projects?
There you go.
I let you have that one. He don't know nothing about that. Yo, y'all can't cheat. Yo, come on, you can't cheat. Te quiero. You never said that to somebody? You don't really be saying that.
What is that?
I love you.
Okay. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Say that to later. It's going to get you.
Cuqueto.
No, te quiero.
Money?
Yep.
It's pretty good. That's too easy. Am I still winning? Stop cheating!
I don't know.
You don't know what a faja is? Because you know why Juju don't need a faja.
What's the
Snatch
score?
you up. I win.
We have a bonus round. We're going to show you some items, and then you just got to guess the word in Spanish.
Oh.
Okay.
It's just 3 food items.
Okay. Come on. You know this, Cam. I'll let you do it.
I don't know it.
In Spanish?
I don't.
This is pollo.
Oh, okay. Yo, y'all act like I grew up in this shit. You getting mad
Harlem.
at me. He's from East
Yo,
Harlem.
East Harlem knows all of this.
They from the Bronx and he's from Spanish Harlem. I'm from just the nigga West Side. Like,
We got 2 more.
You know what happened? They saw a video of you talking Spanish, and I think that they thought.
We got thrown off.
No, you seen the video that I put? I said que pasa.
At the barbershop.
it.
That's the one.
That's all you had.
That's all I had.
You were convincing.
We're going to do 2 more foods.
Come on, you know what that is.
Y'all should put huevos up. I know huevos. And then you like suck my huevos. I know that you put the dirty joints up.
That's what we're going to do.
Pass. That's flung, but pass.
And one last food item.
Okay. You know what that is.
I don't even know what that is in English.
That is pasteles. I am clearly.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
You deserve
She got
that,
it.
though.
your boys, we had to put them behind you.
Yeah.
You
know
play
what?
next time.
I was about to say, next time I'm bringing my own cue cards and we're going to do Ebonics.
He's going to have
L
huevos.
style.
What Spanish words do you know? Do you know any Spanish?
Yeah.
What do you know? Tell me what you know.
Menos.
That's pretty good. Más o menos.
Sí.
Can you order food? Can you order what you like?
Más o menos.
Isn't your girl fluent? She's fluent, right?
Her parents don't speak any English.
Oh,
Not at
so
all.
she's fluent.
Yeah,
You know more
absolutely.
words than you think. You're just not.
Nah, I know the basics. I know que pasa, como te llama, donde vive. That's it.
Well, we got your score.
Vaya con Dios.
Yeah.
That's all. That's a good one. That's a good one,
You know
right?
what I'm saying? I just know the basics. I don't really.
Well, next time we're gonna let
And
you.
you know
use
what
them.
it is? They're too pushy. No, listen.
Look at her
face. No.
Excuse
Talking
me?
about Juju, and they trying to force it down my throat, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm not gonna learn it. If they pushy with like, you should know Spanish by now. Everybody like, your mother, and well, our kids from our mother does know a little more English now. I'm like, they don't know English.
Do they like you?
They love me.
How do you
They love me.
communicate?
We got the eye contact. Me and our mother, we kill it. Yo, me and our moms be killing it. We be like, psh. Wow, right? So our sign language game is crazy.
All right, so next time we're gonna do a sign language game. Oh, I got 7, he got 3.
Here's your score.
Victory.
And you let me get probably all 3.
I totally let you get all 3.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Camera on in the building, y'all.